Speaking of NIL deals, my guy next here, Will Campbell, representing John Deere Tractors, of course, number 7 in your programs, number 66 on the field, and number 1 in your hearts, the big left tackle is Will Campbell. It's good to see you, big fella. How are you?
I'm good. Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely, man. I asked you this coming into the show. You, in my opinion, play on the best offense in the country. And the reason why I believe it's the best offense in the country, because it's never let you down. It's been there every single time, running, throwing, quarterback runs. All of it seems to be working. How good is it to be a part of this offense? In your opinion, what makes it so good?
I feel like the thing that makes us so good is, everybody does 1/11 of their job. That's what they preach to us, every day before practice, every day before the game is, you do your job and we'll be fine. And, this offense is gifted. And, the scary thing is we still leave a lot on the bone on Saturdays sometimes. And we do some great things. And, but like, that's the thing that we go in and talk about on Mondays is just like, if we had done this right, that's another touchdown. If we had done this right, that's another touchdown. It's just, we hadn't even reached our potential yet, and I think that's what's scary. So we just got to keep going.
How good is the quarterback?
He's the best. Give him the Heisman.
What is it about him? I mean, because it seems like I thought he broke his rib at Missouri. I thought he was hurt. I mean, and then he comes back into that game and does what he does there. And then the next week he looks like it doesn't even faze him. I mean, his toughness is undervalued to me. I think his skill set speaks for itself. In your opinion, what is it?
Yeah, I mean, people don't understand how tough he is. I mean, when he gets hit, when he runs, and he just pops back up. Sometimes, we all talk about it in the O-line room because, one thing about Jaden that I've tried to talk to him about is tightening his chin strap because he doesn't tighten it. So every time he gets hit, it looks like his helmet's all messed up, and they're like, oh, God, he just got rocked. And you run over there, and he's like, oh, I'm good, fixes it. And he pops up. But, I mean, he's special, man. I mean, he is one of the most gifted athletes I've ever seen. And, nothing phases him. I've told people this since I've met him. Nothing phases him. People trying to get in his head doesn't faze him. Somebody come up on the field to him and try to talk crap to him, he's just going to laugh in your face and just go line up again and go throw a bomb. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing about him. Nothing phases him. And just like last year on that last drive in Tiger Stadium against Bama, I mean, you would have thought that was the opening drive of the game. I mean, it's just another drive to him, and he's special.
This offensive line, to me, Big Willie, has been the difference here early on of the Brian Kelly era. You guys, that's what feels different around LSU football is your group. What is it about you guys? Obviously, you're the headliner there, but tell me about this unit and that room and Coach Davis.
There's a bunch of good guys in that room. Even the guys that aren't playing, they help us get ready each week. And, the thing is we go to work every day like it's our last day almost. It's, Coach Davis pushes us so hard. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but, it's part of it. We know that he has our best interest and we have his, and, he's going to get us ready to go out there every Saturday and put on the best show that we can and be ready for everything that anybody throws at us. And, that's been the biggest thing for us is, we'll be in a meeting and talking about a game and he'll be like, this team has showed this blitz one time, but we'll go over it and study it and we'll know it. And, defenses have been throwing everything they have at us. And, that blitz that they've showed one time the year before, that shows up 8 times that night.
Wow.
So it's just it's things like that he prepares us for. And, we have so many guys in that room that know football. I mean, Charles Turner is probably one of the best communicators that we have on our entire team, regardless of the position. I mean, he commands us and, he's going to tell us where we need to be. And he's like, go here, and and then Emery, and he speaks for himself. Y'all know what he can do, and Garrett and Miles are great football players, and just like Charles, I mean, they're smart, and that's the biggest thing. It's everybody has to be on the same page, and I feel like that's where, we have moved in the best direction is everybody being on the same page and 5 guys playing together as one.
Yeah. You and Emory have this close bond that I think people have learned about. I don't know if people know the depth of it. Can you explain the relationship that you have with 50?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's my brother. I mean, we live together, and we really do everything together. I mean, coming here, we had known everybody in the recruiting class, but me and Walker were kind of the guys that really hung out the most, and because we had hung out in high school and stuff like that. But as soon as me and Walker moved down here and early enrolled, Emory didn't get to, but he was staying with me and Walker in the dorm every weekend, just hanging out, just coming over and chilling, and we really did everything together. I mean, go get ice cream, of course, and, things like that. But I mean, yeah, that's someone that long after LSU's gone, that I'll still be in contact with daily, and I'll do anything for him, and I know he'd do anything for me.
How's he feeling?
He's good. He's gonna be ready to go, and he's excited.
Absolutely. What is it about this game, Willie? I mean, is this one different for everybody?
No, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of buzz around it and stuff like that, but you got to kind of just approach it like another game. I mean, because, you can't look at it bigger than it is, because then it just adds more, pressure and all this stuff. And we just got to approach it like any other game and, do what we do. And I think we'll be fine if, we just come and do what we do.
How do you feel? How's your health?
I feel good. I'm ready to go.
The biggest story.
That was a question.
The biggest story of you this year is that you got a penalty. That freaked everybody out. I mean, that was like a big story for you. I don't think people almost kind of
You're telling me.
What was that like? Tell me about that. What was that like? Did you hear from it on social media?
I mean, we the Missouri one wasn't that big of a deal. But I mean, I'm trying to think, when was it? I think it was the Mississippi State game.
Right, that was the one. Yeah.
Golly, I mean, you would have thought I gave up 12 sacks. And Coach Davis told me, we were sitting there on the sideline, and I think I had just gotten my 3rd penalty. And 2 of the penalties were on the whole O-line. Right. And I had just gotten
66.
Yeah, people forget that. Yeah.
I had just gotten my 3rd penalty, and it was for ripping that dude's helmet off, which it is what it is. But
and we're playing football out here.
He told me, he said, they're going to be on you on Twitter, I'm telling you. And I didn't think about it. And, I get back to my phone in the locker room, and I'm at it. I'm just like, oh, my gosh. Just because I ripped his helmet off doesn't mean I played bad. But
it's what you want to see from the O-line.
No, I mean, yeah, I look back at it now, and I'm just like, golly, what was I doing? Mm-hmm. But I don't even know, because the play before, I had knocked the dude over the referee, pancaked him, all that stuff. And then he tried to stick his hands in my face. And, I told the coach,
I said,
he tried to do it. I told the coach, he tried to do it to me. My chin strap was just tighter.
Gene, you listening? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was what it was. And then, the Missouri one, I was just blocking for the whistle.
That's it.
Watch The Blind Side one too many times.
Offensive lineman coaches around the country are showing that film everywhere.
Tape.
That's teaching tape for sure. When did you find out you were going to be number 7?
The same day y'all did, probably 15 minutes before y'all did. He just, at the end of the practice, he, brought it upon everybody to me and Makai, and, he announced it in front of the team, and, I was just as shocked as everybody else, honestly. So, it's a blessing because, growing up watching LSU, and, I talked to Leonard a couple weeks ago, and, he started laughing when I told him this. I was with him and Coach Frank, and they're right outside of my room at my parents' house. There's a picture of me doing the Heisman photo. But let me backtrack. You go to school, in elementary school, and you have picture day, and your mom usually makes you wear like a little, nice little collared shirt, some pants, so she can put it at her desk or something like that. I was in khaki shorts and an LSU number 7 jersey doing the Heisman pose. And
Picture day?
And it's right outside of my door. And I told him that, and he just started laughing. But, I mean, it's special because, growing up, like I said, here, watching guys like Leonard Fournette, Tyrann Mathieu, those were my favorite players growing up. And, being able to connect with them now and, try to hold on the tradition, it's special for me.
What is your relationship like with? I thought it was fascinating last year when like Andrew Whitworth, Todd McClure, Kevin Mawai all kind of recognized what you and Emory were doing, starting as true freshmen, kind of like plug and play guys out of high school. And I mean, you're talking about Whitworth, a Super Bowl, McClure, Atlanta Falcons Hall of Famer, and obviously Kevin Mawai, a Hall of Famer, talking about like that's just like freaked them out how crazy it was. What's your relationship like with them, and how much do you resource guys like that in the program?
With those guys specifically, Mr. Todd, he's came and actually talked to the offensive line before. I think it was before a spring practice. He came and talked to us as an O-line, and, Andrew, me and him are from the same area, so we know people that, know each other, and me and him know each other, but, I wouldn't say that me and him have went to Chimes and, had lunch or anything, but, the biggest thing from him was last year is whenever he was the honorary captain against the Alabama game. And, me and Emory are the true freshmen, 18-year-olds standing right there and, like, about to go at it for 4 quarters. He came up to me, and he hugged me, and he said, just do what you do, and patted me on my back. And I was like, whew. Yeah, so that was the biggest, encounter I've had with him. But, I've watched him, since I started playing O-line. And, the 318, he is the guy. Anybody talks about 318 football, he is the top of the conversation. So, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of the 318, when you were coming up, everybody, like, they got to get Will Campbell. Will Campbell's going to be a 3-year left tackle. He's off to the NFL top 10 pick. And then Lance Hurd is on the same offensive line. And then in his recruitment, like, people are, like, telling stories where he's, like, telling, like, you tell Will Campbell I'm coming for his job. And, like, people are like, chill out, young fella. You know what I mean? Like, calm down a little bit. What's your relationship like with Hurd? You guys played on the same line of scrimmage at Neville, and now you're in the same locker room as youngsters at LSU. We love his mentality. What's he like with you?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people took that interview wrong. And, Lance is just a competitive human, just like the rest of us.
Right.
I mean, we go at it about rock, paper, scissors. I mean, like, it's just a part of it. And, yeah, you want the competitiveness. But, everybody at LSU and me knew that, you're going to play wherever we need you, wherever it is needed. And if that means me moving to get us the best 5 on the field and the best chance of winning, then that's just what we're going to have to do. It's just part of it. But, actually tonight we're going to watch our old high school play and watch my brother play. And all we're talking about is because, it's not the same here. Is Johnny's Pizza.
Oh, here we go, bro.
And the Johnny's Pizza in Baton Rouge is not like the one back home.
The original?
And me and Lance have talked about it. We've already discussed we're getting 4 14-inch pizzas.
Sweep
and
the floor?
Sweep the kitchen.
Sweep the kitchen. Sweep the kitchen.
Hog heaven, pepperoni and bacon, and whatever else Lance wants. And then we're getting 2 desserts. And he said, we are about to sit there and the Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving. And I'm telling you, me and him have been talking about this for 3.5 weeks.
There you go, Johnny's Pizza.
NIL deal.
You better.
I'm not joking. We talked about it for 3.5 weeks. Like, I mean, we'll walk by each other in the hallway at the tutoring room and be like, that pepperoni bacon. But
get you through the week.
No, I mean, but like I said, I mean, me and him have a great relationship.
Yeah.
And, I'm excited to see where he's going to go. And, he's steadily improving. And, and another thing that you talked about that is probably the biggest debate in the locker room out of Louisiana kids is who produces the most athletes. And the 318 speaks for itself.
Who's debating you? Who's on the other side?
It's Mason Smith talking about the 985, and then you got Tyree Adams and all them talking about the 504, and then LaTerrence Welch and all of them talking about 337, and I'm just like, and then Emory and Shelton and Caleb Jackson too. I'm just like, golly, bro, we do this. But
what is the bye week like at LSU? Is it a bye from like? Did you look at Alabama this week? Do you talk about Bama?
Oh
this
yeah,
week?
I mean we talk about them and do a still treat it as it is next week. But the thing that's the biggest thing for us in the bye week is it's a chance for us to get a lot of technical work that we wouldn't have the opportunity to get during game week, because game week we're trying to get ready for all the looks they're throwing at us. We might not have as much time to go into individual and work on certain things with our hands that are going to help us on Saturday. So that's the biggest thing, and we got a lot of great work in, so that was good.
One just on an individual, Dallas Turner. I think everybody's looking at you and him in the matchup there. What was that like last season, and then what do you anticipate this year?
I mean, he's a great player, and it'll be a good matchup. That's all I got to say.
Yes, indeed. My man. It is. It's great to see you. Everybody wants to know Zion, Besh's dog. It was a wide debate. I think we put it on the poll who was going to get the dog when Besh
He's going to
transferred.
get final custody.
I think you were like a runaway winner on our poll. So I mean, put the critics to rest. Let us know what happened to Zion Besh. Is he yours? Is he in
Zion
Dallas?
Campbell?
Is he dead? What is going on?
Zion Besh made the trip to Fort Worth.
Wow.
He is still with his father.
The shock of the world.
Also hit the transfer portal.
That's right. Have we confirmed that he's still alive?
Yes, he is still alive and breathing.
That's
He's been
beautiful.
coached up on this. Stock answer.
That's great. So, what was it like to see Walker? Ole Miss game.
It was great. Me and him probably talk every day.
Y'all will be best men in each other's wedding,
Yeah,
I'm sure. Right?
I mean, we talk every day. It was nice because they stormed the field or whatever, and but the first thing that he didn't celebrate or anything. He ran straight. He lined up right down the line for me so that he could run, and he ran straight out there, and he hugged Jaden because Jaden was there first, and then he ran up to me and he hugged me, just told me that he loved me, all this stuff like that, and then we went on our way. We obviously couldn't.
Sure. You had to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, it was.
Big Willie, I can't tell you how cool it is to watch you play football, bro. I mean, I think when he created you, he said, "I'm making a football player," and you are every sense of the definition. And I know y'all have a huge game next week, and love that you were getting ready for it with all your brothers, and can't wait to watch that happen. And appreciate you scratching out a little bit of time for us this morning, man. Have a safe trip back to Monroe. Take it easy on Johnny's Pizza.
Johnny's Pizza needs to get ready now.
They got no idea what's coming their way. How's my man Thomas Campbell doing?
He's good.
The young buck. They got him at tight end, huh?
Yeah, he's playing a little tight end, catching a few passes, blocking a little bit. Got to get the big win tonight against Franklin Parish, but we always handle Franklin Parish, so they don't. They don't need to let anything change.
Good to see you, big fella.
Thanks for tuning in to our premium LSU content right here on YouTube. If you want more of it, subscribe below.